Dear students, welcome to the next session. And the topic of today's session is Strategic Business Unit. This is also called as SBU in case of strategic management. You will definitely come across the word in strategic management. So let us try to understand what SBU is. We are going to understand this with few points wherein we'll look into first the definition of strategic business unit. If you look at the first definition, SBU operates as an autonomous units and have the prime responsibility and authority for managing their functions. It clearly defines that it is talking something about called as autonomous, something which is independent. And this independent unit has a prime responsibility and authority of managing all the basic functions. Though it is independent, it is with full responsibility and authority. That unit is going to manage their basic functions, is termed as SBU. Also, strategic business unit, one more definition is talks about is a basic organizational unit for which it is meaningful to formulate a separate competitive strategy. We are trying to have an independent unit wherein we are going to have a separate competitive strategy defined. Typically, the SBU is a business providing a single product or number of closely related products that serve a well defined product market combination and compete with a well defined set of competitors. If you look at the definition and critically analyze the definition, it clearly talks about either you have a single product or you have products which are closely related and you are going to serve a very specific market, and the market you serve will definitely have a set of competitors available. So that is what is called as a strategic business unit. Further, to make it very simple, let us try to look at an example of a corporate named Tata, which everyone is aware of. If you try to look as Tata is a corporate, is a big brand, and it has different business which are run under the brand Tata. Those business, some of them which I have mentioned is services, engineering product and services, information technology communication, chemical power, consumer materials, and we know which is called as automobiles. Means here if you take an example, Tata is having in the diagram which it shows, Tata is having how many SBUs? If you try to analyze the diagram, there are different sets of SBUs coming. First SBU is related to service, second SBU is related to engineering and product, information technology and communication is third, you have fourth as chemical, fifth as power, and sixth as material, and the seventh one is consumer. Means here Tata is having 7 SBUs under which are mentioned on the slide. For us to understand, there are 7 strategic business units which are working independently under the banner of Tata in terms of different products and services available, which makes us very simple to understand what is called as SBU. From this example, let us move forward and try to understand what are the unique propositions of SBU. What is actually an SBU? With respect to this example, let us try to understand that. First and foremost, a strategic business unit, which is popularly known as SBU, is a fully functional unit of business. Why it is called as fully functional unit of business? Because it will have its own vision and direction. Typically, a strategic business unit operates as a separate unit, but it also is an important part of company, and moreover it reports to the headquarter about its operational status. Means if you look at the first point, which I can analyze and conclude, it is a fully functional unit of a big business, one fully functional unit of business. It has its own vision and direction. Moreover, this is a separate unit and it is an important part of the company, and it reports directly to the headquarters. This is what it is talking about, independent and is reporting directly to the head offices or headquarter. Similarly, a strategic business unit, if you look at, as it operates as an independent entity and is reporting to the headquarter of an organization. Why does it need to report to the headquarter? Because it will update the head office regarding what are its status of operation. More precisely, each SBU operates independently and is focused on a target market. For example, if I take an example of Tata Chemical as an SBU will operate independently and will target market which are related to chemicals. Vice versa, if I take an example of Tata Automobile will operate independently and is focused on target market, and that market is automobile. Moreover, if you look at when it is going to focus a different market altogether, this SPU will have its own support functions. What are those support functions? Support functions are generally human resource, training departments which are required. So, this comes out that there are several benefits of having an SBU. The principle works best for an organization which have multiple product structure. What does it mean? SBO is very effective in case where company have a multiple product structure. Let us take an example of the company Procter and Gamble. These companies have different product categories, as you are aware. There are different product lines available, product extensions available under one roof. For example, you have a company called as LG, which makes consumer durable. LG makes refrigerators, LG makes its own washing machines, air conditioner as well as television. This every unit forms a separate SBU so that the revenue, cost as well as profits can be tracked independently, because they are having different products. Either they serve the same market or different market. If they are going to serve that, that is what is the purpose of SBU. Why we have created SBU? We have created SBU because it is very essential for an organization to analyze revenue, cost and profits, and it needs to be tracked independently. Once unit is given an SBU status, what is the benefit? Once you give an SBU status, the benefit is that unit can make its own decision, investments and budgets. Moreover, when an SBO is created, the SBO will be in a position to react quickly when the product market takes a shift or changes start happening before the shift happens. So, more precisely, strategic business unit is a separate, specialized subsystem in the company which acts as an independent company. Having SBO assists organization to plan their strategies and make manufacturing decisions. The concept provides a review of critical issue on an SBU benefits and success factors. I suppose it makes clear about what is the benefit of SBU. Why does an organization will opt for an SBU with respect to the product or services which it is going to serve to a specific market or markets. We move to the next point now and we'll try to understand what are those three ingredients that will make a successful business unit strategy. This was a beautiful article which I referred related to BCG. There are three important things which I've been talking about, the ingredients for a successful business unit strategy. First, context. It is necessary to have a real time understanding of the competitive environment. And real time understanding of this competitive environment is an ingredient for a good business unit strategy. Like, how are the leading edge customers? Their economics and options, are they changing? If changing, what is the change? What are the potential vectors of disruption? Where are today's profit pools and how they are likely to evolve? How well are competitors, both traditional and emerging, positioned to respond? What potent new model business model could change the game, and what style of strategy is most likely to win? This can be clear in respect to context, with respect to the competitive environment. That is what is very essential when we talk about a business unit, successful business unit, SBU. Yes. Moving forward, second ingredient is advantage. Dear students, every SBU should have a clear and candid assessment of its business unit in terms of sources of its competitive advantage. What gives business right to win in today and tomorrow's market is that advantage based on cost or capability or intellectual position or ecosystem. That is what we need to analyze. Means we need to analyze in terms of SBU that whether we are going to have an advantage in terms of cost, capabilities or intellectual property. So if you have that capabilities known, definitely it will help us to analyze what type of combination the SBU would choose. Is it customers, markets and investment? And the most important ingredients is the link to execution. A direct and agile connection is there between the strategy and the business. Hence, link to execution will play a very, very important role. A right approach to create alignment around the strategy, communicating goals, and getting feedback would be very effective when we talk about the strategic business unit for being successful. With respect to this, let us move to the last part and try to understand what are the characteristics of SBU. According to Pierce and Robinson, SBO to get SBO status, it must have a certain characteristics. Characteristic number one, it should have a unique business mission. Should be in a position to tell the reason of its existence. Should have an identifiable set of competitors. Third and most important, the SBU strategic manager will be in a position to make or implement strategic decision relatively independent of other SBUs. Means he will be given an autonomy to take the decision per se for his business unit. And fourth, there should be a crucial operating decisions can be made within the SPO. For making crucial decisions, the strategic manager should not depend upon the superiors. If that authority is given to him, definitely it is going to benefit and will create unique thing which will make it to a strategic business unit. That means an SBO is responsible for its products and services as well markets, and therefore is also responsible for developing its own strategy. Generally, an SBO are independent in its business operations, has its managerial resources and has all its assets under its control. That is what makes us understand the simple meaning of and explanation about in detail what is called as strategic business unit. Thank you.